I love that book, and I regularly reread that.
I got to say, the books that stayed with me are ones that I read when I was slightly older. So I remember being mildly terrified when my father used to read me Captain Beaky and His Band, which was very dark poetry. I mean, think like The Dark Crystal, but kind of in book form. But then as I got a bit older, I discovered things like Robin Jarvis. Alice in Wonderland, always been a fan of as well. But Robin Jarvis, I really loved. And I mean, if we're looking for good representation of women and strong female characters, you cannot go wrong with Robin Jarvis's Whitby trilogy, which has plenty of strong female characters, and some of them are in their 90s and they still kick more ass than, you know, the beautiful 30-something witch and her warlock husband and things like that. And The Oaken Throne was another one.
I was just about to mention The Oaken Throne.
The Oaken Throne, yeah. I remember vividly sitting on a Sunday morning while my parents were having tea in bed, reading it and trying so hard not to cry loudly in case they came through to see it was wrong, because it was just such a sad ending. I was absolutely just wrapped with
heartbreaking.
sobs.
But what's great about The Oaken Throne is that the main character is has the chance of true love and turns it down to be I think she's the Star Wife.
Yes.
Which is basically the ruler of the squirrel colony, and because that's her destiny, and she's like, you know what, no, I've got a duty to my people. And then of course when she's sitting on the throne and she's about to be, you know, the crown is coming towards her head, she suddenly realizes what she's losing, and of course she runs out, and terror, horror, oh my god, this is the thing I've never recovered from. But the point is, at the end of the book, she goes back and is like, you know, what else do I have? You know, I am supposed to be the ruler. And she, you know, bloody hell, like she does a shit time of it, you know, but she goes on and she rules for many years. And I thought that was such a great, that talking about female representation, that is such a great example of, you know, of a woman who suffers, but does her duty and becomes a great ruler.
Well, exactly. I mean, the beauty of The Oaken Throne, for those of you who haven't read Robin Jarvis, is that he wrote, is it the Deptford Mice trilogy, isn't
it? Yes, Deptford Mysteries.
Yes, the Deptford Mice trilogy, which stars mice versus rats in general and giant cats. But then what he did is he wrote 3 books, which Lucy said was the Deptford Histories, which did backstories to 3 of the characters, one of which was the Star Wife. And I remember for me kind of going, wow, there's this really grumpy, ancient, grizzled character in these books that I love. And look, she had a whole life before she was grumpy, ancient and grizzled. And that was kind of eye-opening for me, because I know that obviously Alice Boston in the Whitby series is just one of my favourite all-time characters ever. I mean, up there with Granny Weatherwax, she is amazing. But you kind of come to her when she's already old. And the same with Granny Weatherwax, that they're forces of nature, but they're kind of complete. You don't know how they've got there. And the beauty of The Oaken Throne was that you saw how someone vulnerable and sweet and kind and caring, but with a iron will, became this character that you were so familiar with. And I thought that was really empowering and really good. So thumbs up to Robin Jarvis.
I'm so glad you mentioned that. Yeah,
2/3 of the podcast.